What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Cheeky Crypto Uncensored. It is April 1st today. There will be no April Fools from this channel. I wanted to come on and talk a little bit about Shiba Inu. So Mondays on this channel, I'm trying to keep it towards meme coins. Meme coins deserve some exposure. We have obviously exposed ourselves most recently to some meme coins and it has been very profitable. One we brought to the community today. At the time of recording, entry has not fully filled, waiting for that one to fill. Hopefully by the time this video goes live, it is filled. If you are down in our Discord, you will of course know what that meme coin is. One that has been very profitable over the last few weeks. We're looking to capitalize on that one. But for today's video, we want to talk about Shiba Inu. And is Shiba Inu in trouble? Headlined right here, Shiba Inu loses steam as a whale offloads 500 billion tokens. One person with 11 different wallets offloaded a massive 533.6 billion SHIB tokens, the equivalent of $15.99 million in DAI, which is of course a stablecoin. Now, credit to Spot on Chain for picking up this transaction. This person netted over 106% profits, $8.24 million. A massive congratulations to whoever that individual was. So over the last 24 hours, SHIB is down 0.2%. And in my opinion, that is not overly concerning. That is a typical movement for a meme coin. What may be slightly more concerning is the dip in trading volume over those 24 hours, dropping 32.27% to $550.8 million. But what is critical is it is a holiday weekend. We typically tend to see volumes drop over these weekends. Like so here in the UK, it is a Friday, Monday holiday. We tend to see the space a bit quieter. Discords are quieter. Trading volumes do drop down. But what is critical in these moments, we see stochastic positioning start to reset, a lot of them moving back down to the oversold region. So these dips in the markets, the time when they're quiet, they're good for charts in my opinion. So yes, this is quite a negative for Shiba Inu, but I'm not concerned about that one in the long run. In quite a conflicting article here, Shiba Inu is in a pivotal quarter with bull bear action to take an epic ride. This is why I am personally still fairly bullish on SHIB and its chart. In the last quarter alone, SHIB printed more than 2 years worth of growth that the token did see. A very bullish uptrend we can see in SHIB's price action. Now, typically, the last couple of Aprils have been negative. April of 2023, SHIB dropped down 6.41%. April 22, it dropped 22%. However, April of 2021, it jumped 69.4%. So we can see we are about to perhaps break the recent mold of two negative Aprils with a potential positive April for SHIB. I personally think we will see a positive April. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. When we do look at the daily chart here for Shiba Inu, a few interesting things have played out. Now, first of all, I want to focus in on that trend line that we looked at, I think, in the previous update for Shiba Inu. Obviously, this originating back in August of 2022. We had the first touch point in October of 2022. Then again, we touched it in February of 2023, where of course Shiba Inu entered a very bearish phase. But from that bearish phase, guys, we have seen extraordinary gains for the token, 741%. Now, critically, we did see that trend line tested here back in the 2nd of March of this year. But from there, we knew that we were either going to find resistance or an epic breakout once again for the token. Now, the move leading up into this was incredibly bullish. And at that point, we knew that we were still on the more bullish path here for SHIB and that the breakout was likely to continue, where we did see this one rally all the way up here to 0.04 of a cent, a fantastic rally. But of course, the price has slipped on back to the downside to test out the daily equilibrium. Focusing in on that move back down towards equilibrium, yes, this may continue on to the downside. I'm not personally looking for that move to carry on down a bigger corrective A, B and C structure. I don't think that would be the play. But if it was to be the play, we could see this one slip down as low as 0.001 of a cent, coming down to fill out that fair value gap. Personally, I don't think that is the play. But what we can see on that move to the downside, On the 882 Fibonacci level, we would come down to test out that long-term trend line. So it is a possibility we have to keep in the back of our minds that we may come down into these regions. But what else we can see on this chart here, we are setting higher lows, we are setting lower highs, we are coming into another symmetrical triangle. I covered them off on this morning's Bitcoin update over on the main channel. But what we do see is a bullish move into this symmetrical triangle. And from here, we typically tend to see bullish moves coming out of them. So personally, I still see this as a bullish move for SHIB. When we do look at the daily stochastic, this one is resetting to the downside, nice and quickly. Currently sitting around about 47% at the time of recording, there is still progression to the downside. So we can see another slip for SHIB, potentially looking at that 50 daily EMA, that currently sitting at 0.002. of a cent, so we could still see a little bit more slippage, but that would be good overall. In my opinion, from there we would look for that more bullish move. But considering on this chart here, we are setting these higher lows, we are setting these lower highs, this one looks like it is coiling up for a bit of a move, and in my opinion that move will be to the upside. When we do look at the relative strength index here, this tells us that we are progressing to the downside on the RSI nice and quickly, currently sitting at 53%. But what we can see is this has now crossed its average line. Now that is typically a bearish sign. When we do see the RSI cross its average, like we've seen back here, we do tend to see slippage. So as we covered, we may see further slippage for SHIB. And again, I am not against that kind of move happening, because from there, it gives us bigger profits potentially on the table. So we will be keeping our eyes on this one. Should we get resistance on this upper trend line again, then we could be looking for slippage. However, if we can break through this upper trend line, then I would expect to see SHIB once again push on to the upside and potentially come back up to retest the 0.0045 cent level. Now we will quickly put on the Gaussian channel here on the daily time frame. We can see on the Gaussian channel the 29th of February, this one turned bullish, turning into the green wave for the Gaussian channel. This one has exploded to the upside. So what we could potentially see again is slippage down to test out the upper band of the Gaussian channel. We can see that at 0.002 of a cent. So we can expect to see a potential slippage. We have covered that many times in this video. I don't want to see it, but if it happens, that is a good thing, because it then leads us for potential further gains, more gains on the chart here. So paying attention to the moves, if we can break that upper trend line, fantastic. I would expect more room to the upside. If we get rejection, resistance on this upper trend line, then again, we will look at the lower trend line. If we can find support there, we will of course look for the next move to the upside. If we lose that, well, we will be looking at points of support. First of all, we can look at the previous area we found support for SHIB. This one falling between 0.0024 and 0.0023. That would be an interesting area for support, where we do currently see the 50 daily EMA, slippage from there. Well, we are then looking at the daily 50 SMA and the upper level of the Gaussian channel. So if the price does slip down, I do still think this is a good thing. It gives us the opportunity for more gains for SHIB. Personally, I am still looking for a bigger move for Shiba Inu. Targeting a potential bigger move here for SHIB, I want to look at the inverse of the movement we have seen to the downside, and that could see SHIB push on up towards this target level between 0.00005334 and the upper level of 0.00006857. This is the kind of target area I'm looking for SHIB to explode to the upside towards. Now, once again, whether or not we break out of this symmetrical triangle in that bullish narrative, or if we break down, the plan for myself remains the same, looking at the bullish movement for Shiba Inu. From its current price, I am looking around about 80 to 130%. If we do see slippage back into this area of support, then that makes those gains even bigger. I do still feel that SHIB is in a bullish play. We are still going to see that big explosive move to the upside. We know that meme coins are on fire just now. SHIB has been one of the founding meme coins. It's been here the longest, alongside the likes of Dogecoin. I do still expect that to perform fantastically well. Let me know if you guys are watching SHIB. If you would like more coverage on SHIB, we will try to address that on the channels. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed today's update. Really want to keep in touch with the meme coins, doing some fantastic things. Easy way to make profits, but also an easy way to lose all of your investment. Understand the risks that do come with meme coins, guys. They are extremely volatile, and you do stand to lose all of your investment on these plays. Now, Recently, I did cover off Bitcoin, an interesting large amount of money that is likely to flow into Bitcoin from institutional levels. That video is right here, guys. Head on over and check it out.